How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Great Ace Attorney Resolve Blind. So last time we started touring Madame Tuspel's wax figure museum, and we found some pretty interesting exhibits. Also, Sholmes is here, and he still has not educated us on the stuff we wanted to know. Instead, he had an entire deduction segment, and it basically accused Madame Tuspel's of doing some shady stuff.
Yeah, now he's gonna die.
So we're about to correct him. We're about to correct him, as always. So we'll just hop in. Well, let's get started then, shall we? Before Madame Tuspel vents her anger. Just what I was waiting to hear, my dear fellow. I don't feel like dying yet. So, Madame Tuspels, in accordance with our agreement, you shall now have the pleasure of seeing this famously great detective and temporary exhibit at work. What's this? Course correction. Hold it, Mr.
You're
Sholmes.
freaking wrong.
Alright, time to repeat myself. So basically, the answer is revealed by the money. And what does it reveal? well, where your eyes fall on the public notice. She definitely looked in this direction. It's true.
But I'm not sure she'd sell any of her waxworks even for £200.
Oh?
She must pour her heart and soul into making them, don't you think? Over and above the wax. If it were me, I wouldn't sell them for anything.
For that much money, I would. But it sounds like that makes me a bad person. Well, anyway. I wonder if the £200 could have some other significance.
Let's follow that furtive glance and see if there's anything else that could explain it.
The only other thing is the dude, I think.
Wait, that has to be it. I think it's a play on words.
Waxwork for sale? Would anyone really buy models of mass murderers?
I think I'd rather have £200 in my pocket.
Exactly. You could buy one of those brand new types of steam carriage. That's what I spend it on if I had it, no question.
I'd buy all the herbs in the world.
There must be another explanation for the money. We need to keep looking. Hello, man. It seems this well-dressed gentleman is alive after all. Just not alive and kicking. And he's not a waxworker or model of a mass murderer.
Hey, you can't park there.
I'm not sure I'd pay £200 for him.
I don't think the man's up for sale.
Well, anyway, it was a silly place to put him. Other museum visitors could easily trip. Also, his arm was fully hanging out of the fucking curtain.
I don't think the man was put there on purpose either.
He just walked over there and then accidentally fell and then never got up.
Oh, the note on the wall.
Oh, £200, eh?
What's that note doing pinned on the wall there?
Oh, yes, let's see. Dear Madame Tuspels, we've taken the prisoner from this room. The price for his safe return is £200. Have the money ready by noon on 23rd October.
What?
This is just like the sort of thing that's left behind when someone's kidnapped.
Yes, it's a ransom note.
Exactly. What the hell?
That's kind of wild.
Well, we know what it is.
Take that!
Take that!
Sholmes, did you look at all?
No. He was too busy being a wax figure.
The significance of the £200 is revealed by that ransom note. Quite so, I knew that all along. We must congratulate these criminals on their inventiveness, abducting a waxwork. £200 is no small ransom fee, yet you clearly intend to pay it.
The model in question has special importance. So I put together all the money that I have.
Summary then, the £200 you have in your handbag is ransom money. Now, let's explore the next curiosity with which we are presented. Maybe I should kidnap someone for ransom. Then I won't be broke. Who's the portly gentleman? Peer, he suffered from shock, and you clearly
Shock,
know about
eh?
it. Fortunately, you can't keep secrets from me because of the money. So if the waxwork was kidnapped, where does that leave us in terms of who this man is?
We could just ask him when he comes round.
I think the point of this exercise is to understand the beauty of the deduction process, Iris.
Yes, you're right. Hurley's trying so hard, we mustn't let him down.
I could. There's little doubt that he suffered a shock. That much seems clear. But in that case, what's Madame Tussbells trying to hide? Let's have a closer look around. I gotta examine you really quick. Your hair. Madame Tussbells has very long hair, doesn't she?
Yes, but you couldn't tell from looking at her from the front.
You know, it looks rather like a whip, don't you think? The sort of whip that could have floored the gentleman with a single crack.
That seems a little far-fetched, even for you, Runo.
Madame Tussbells is like, what are you doing? Oh, okay. Her hand.
Oh.
But first, the money.
What's going on there?
So she was prepared to pay all that money to get her waxwork back again.
Her waxwork.
Whack.
It really must have been a very special model.
I'm a mass murderer. Just how special can a model of a ruthless killer be?
Well, anyway, we can be fairly sure the man lying on the floor didn't take it.
I suppose we should leave him in peace. Take a nice
probably.
nap.
I want to have a nice nap.
Alright, hand.
This is just Madame Tussbells' right hand, isn't it?
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it must be. I can clearly see her left hand after all.
Oh, but wait a minute. This is the left hand as well. Look.
Don't say such creepy things, Iris, please.
And it seems very stiff, too. In fact, it's really hard.
You mean... It's made of wax?
It's made of wax.
Well, I think we know what's up here.
Damn.
What dealt the man with such a shocking blow was, of course, the waxwork hand. Indeed, I knew that. The sole waxwork limb would deliver a very substantial blow.
How could you?
The hand protruding from the bottom of your cape. It ought to be a right hand, but closer inspection reveals that it is in fact a left hand. Somewhat masculine as well. In other words, it does not belong to you, madam. It's the hand of a waxwork model. Got him.
Kia in French. Kia.
Damn, that's a big ass arm.
That is a big ass arm.
Some of the visitors to my museum can be troublesome. They meddle with the exhibits and cause damage.
So I
So
assaulted.
then I damage them.
So you mean that arm?
Used to belong to a human being. Yes, this gentleman saw fit to try to remove it as a souvenir.
Why would anybody do that?
I don't know. That's fucking weird.
No small keepsake. How the fuck did he intend to get out of here? Like taking the whole branch of a cherry tree when you go to view the blossoms. Idiot.
I am afraid I had to teach this man a lesson.
You confronted the man and tried to take the arm back. And the result, you killed him. He's sitting before us. He was knocked unconscious. A point we may need to revisit later. But for the time being, we have our conclusion. Yes, the killer in this special exhibit has been kidnapped. Kidnapped. Sold.
And discovered already.
Alright, so what became of the waxwork changed hands? To look at the problem. It's this guy. He's actually a policeman. According to Mr. Sholmes, the yellow neckerchief is a sign to other policemen that some crime is underway.
No, that did not load. Oh my god.
A way of communicating with his colleagues without revealing his identity, yes. It's a secret that closely guarded by Scotland Yard.
And Mr. Sholmes didn't hesitate to give away. Idiot.
Well, uncovering the secrets is in any true detective's nature, of course.
Right. Anyway, judging from Madame Tussbells' reaction to Mr. Sholmes' deduction, I think perhaps we might not have identified the man quite correctly. A secret scarf sign to warn other agents of an ongoing crime.
I know, it sounds so thrilling, doesn't it? Maybe I'll try to work it into next month's installment. But then
Then the place
wait, my bad, that's not my line.
secret
Oh, well.
will be revealed to all London's 6 million inhabitants.
well, They'll just have to come up with a new sign, I suppose.
How does this 10-year-old manage to have such terrifying influence? Nice hat.
That's it.
I've seen hats like this in Japan as well. They're called flat caps, aren't they?
Yes, or hunting caps. Hurley's hat is called a deer stalker, by the way.
Hunting, stalking. The British certainly seem keen on catching game. Every time I see a deer stalker, I automatically think of Mr. Sholmes. But a flat cap makes me think of a Japanese country gentleman somehow. Or maybe Luke Triton.
Luke Triton.
In other words, people from all walks of life wear the different types of hat. So it doesn't really help us. Oh, there's his arm.
Damn. Can't believe he's a robot.
What the? Man has a stub sticking out of his shoulder where his arm should be.
Ah, well that settles that then.
Right. This isn't a real person at all.
Balls.
His entire arm's been ripped off from the shoulder down.
His arm's been... Of course.
Ripped off?
That ties in with what we just found out. It makes sense now.
Shoulder stub.
Who is this fellow? To find the answer, we only need to observe his shoulder stub. No such boneless human walks the earth. Of that I can assure you. In other words, the man standing here, the young Sergeant John Clay, is in fact, defying all odds, a waxwork model. I seem to remember it was you who concluded he was a real person in the first place, Mr. Stromes. Shut up.
He has become quite a celebrity in London, being the winner of no less than 3 policing awards last year. I simply had to make a model of the man.
Naturally, what other explanation could there be? And it was this detective's arm that was pulled off by the man on the floor in the special exhibit, wasn't it? Next, we turn our attention to the old guy.
He's
He hasn't
fucking
moved.
useless.
It's like he's a waxwork.
But you see, this bitch is my friend.
Observe. He has a price.
Archits! Oh, I thought he was real.
A killer policeman called Ottermole, was it? Was he well known?
It was all over the papers last year, but I can't say I know what he looks like. It's a very low price, though. Threepence isn't much money.
Really? Only enough for a few measly hours of gas in Mr. Garrett's delightful lodgings, in fact. So this is the special killer taken from the special exhibit, is it? The waxwork that somebody stole from the museum and tried to ransom for 200 pounds? Is this crusty old killer policeman Ottermole, really?
Crusty.
Perhaps we should have a good look around again and see if any other ideas crop up.
Crap
Yes,
up.
Let's take a look. 3 pence. It's a far cry from 200 pounds, isn't it?
For threepence, you could buy it and put it on display in your room, Runo.
I think I'd rather eat lead. I'd rather not go to sleep being watched by an old man if it's all the same to you.
This price tag does stand out, doesn't it?
No.
Oh. I mean, you couldn't even buy the helmet on his head for that much money, I don't think.
I wonder what the price tag's really for then.
For fun. It's probably for the scarf, you idiot.
I think.
Wait, what the fuck?
I'm gonna ignore that.
I'm scared. I'm scared!
I don't believe it. It's a scarf.
It's a pen case.
It's a pen.
It's a pen case.
It's the secret sign that lets other detectives know some criminal activity is underway.
Yes. It's a slightly strange choice of outfit if he was trying to go unnoticed.
He must be a detective disguised as a policeman.
Or a detective disguised as a waxwork model of a policeman.
He doesn't look like he's very clever enough to think of something like that, though.
Fuck you. Perhaps we should try to be a little more polite about him, Iris. Because he's clearly alive.
Yes, alive.
Look at this! The old man's tapping his foot like crazy.
He seems to be fast asleep, though.
He's not tapping his foot consciously then. So you mean...
It must be a twitch.
Never mind that. The point is, waxwork don't tap their feet.
Or twitch.
And look at his arm, too. We've seen a scarf like that somewhere else around here, haven't we?
Oh wait, isn't that fucking what's his face's scarf? What's his face? The couple. That couple.
Did Rolly have a scarf?
Yeah, didn't Rolly have that scarf? Or did his wife have that scarf?
I can't remember.
I think she did. I'm braining here right now, Andy. I'm braining here. Trust me.
I guess we'll find out. The telltale sign that instantly proves whether or not this old man is a waxwork is the obvious twitch. I have a twitch.
It's Twitch.
Even the most
Subscribe
realistic
to my
waxworks do
Twitch.
not exhibit a twitch. In other words, the splendid old man is in fact a genuine member of Scotland Yard. Slight shift in your choice of adjectives, then. Yeah. And there you have it. Well, Madam Tossbells?
Well, what? It was me who contacted the police and demanded that someone come in the first place. He is certainly fatigued. He is sound asleep.
But then, what's this tag about showing a price at 3 pence? No doubt the price tag is the muffler, of the muffler which the old Bobby purchased in the local market. And I presume you've observed the scarf tied around his arm. Does that not strike you, Miss Naruhodo? Yes, the secret sign used by detectives to show that the criminal activity is currently underway.
Of course, because as you know, there has been such criminal activity happening here. As you deduced from the very beginning, detective.
So it would seem that we finally arrived at truth. I'm a genius.
Oh, I did all the work. That
The
lag spike was
waxwork,
crazy.
the especially ruthless killer, the special exhibit has been kidnapped.
Kidnapped.
Ah, fuck.
And Scotland Yard are already investigating. And that guy is probably dead. But the model's whereabouts remain a mystery.
And that guy's probably dead.
Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this horrifying puzzle. Huh,
Huh, pretty crazy. Discovered again.
still a mystery. But solved.
Lol.
Elementary.
Elementary, my dear fuck. I don't know why I said that.
Elementary, my dear fuck.
I didn't even put on a voice or anything. That was just me.
All sorts of people visit my museum here. Men and women, young and old,
What about alive and dead?
alive and dead. Sometimes they drop in just for a short time on their way back from the pub. I welcome them all.
And drop a few.
Or drop a deuce. But if
No.
anyone tries to damage my exhibits, I do not take it lightly.
And then I turn them into statues.
Anyway,
Uh-oh. She's becoming a witch for real.
She's had more animation than every character in Dual Destinies.
God, literally.
your great deduction was even more enchanting than I had ever been led to believe.
So you don't want to kill me anymore, and you will also give me 50 shillings?
Please. It was a pleasure, my dear madam. I'm gratified that you enjoyed the spectacle. I'm still spectacle. I fucking broke.
I'm
Please
still
give me
broke,
money.
so if you could help a bloke out.
As for your rough customer, I have no doubt he'll regain consciousness shortly after and return home and probably file charges. Oh, what concerns me more is the waxwork from the special display, if it was indeed genuinely abducted.
How dare you?
Yes, tragically it was.
Then I would ask you to recount to us the events surrounding this stolen waxwork, in as much detail as possible, if you please.
Very well. But after I have told you what I know, I must insist that you return to your work.
What the hell?
What don't work for you? Oh,
Talents of a great detective could be put to better use, I feel, but as you wish. Oh my god.
listen here, you stolen bitch.
Oh.
Tell us more about the stolen waxwork, please.
It was some days ago now when I came in here one morning. I immediately noticed that the wax work was missing from a special exhibit here. It is your most prominent display, so that's why the curtains were closed. And I found the ransom note in its place.
The culprit must have broken in during the night, taken it then.
So this waxwork that was stolen, it was a model of some horrible criminal, I suppose. Of a particularly horrible criminal, in fact. The killer who left a more profound scar on society than any other, I would say. The Professor.
Professor? No fucking way!
No, Luke, shut the hell up.
I just didn't know you were a killer.
I am, and about to become a serial murderer.
I need to go.
Not a name I've heard of.
I know, right?
Well.
Wow.
So, Mr. Nono, seems the circle's complete.
Yeah, wow, it's very cool. Did not actually ask or care.
Sorry?
Don't care.
The professor case happened around the time I was born, didn't it?
Pretty weird coincidence, I think it was you.
Oh shit.
Indeed it did, Iris. 10 years ago, a series of murders that rocked the capital. It rocked. 10 years ago? Yes, exactly the time that Barack von Zieks graduated from university, in fact. What? Surely he's not saying. I am.
So the big event that changed Mr. Reaper's life.
As you surmised. It was the professor case. It happened at Bingley's Brushes. Who was this professor then? I better find out.
It was me. It was a series of gruesome murders that the door of London gripped in terror a decade ago. After 5 victims were killed, the man was arrested and put to death.
His name was Dingleberry.
His name was Dingleberry.
And now he's immortalized here in the wax for all Londoners to admire and enjoy. Though, of course, he happens to be absent at present on the account of abduction. I don't understand. How is all this related to Lord Von Zieks?
It is not.
No, just kidding.
You must first understand, my dear fellow, why is it that the professor earned such infamy? It was due to the victims he chose, some of Whitehall's finest.
What do you mean, Hurley?
Those murdered by the professor were some of the highest members of the British aristocracy. Members of the nobility, even royalty, sent shockwaves through the country's administration. Members of the... wait, of course. What Professor Harebrained said. Lord Von Zieks is from a family with noble blood.
Oh gosh!
He was the 5th victim that led to the professor's arrest. The last of the killer's prey was a young noble by the name of...
Me.
Bingle.
Bingle.
Clint Von Zieks.
Clint?
No. Cletus. I don't believe it.
Cletus?
Von Zieks.
Cletus Von Zieks. Shit.
Yeah.
We are of noble bloodline, you
Happened
fucker.
right there at Bingley's Brushes. The place where Olive Green was at.
What the fuck?
I'm sure you could piece together the rest for yourself. In the wake of his older brother's murder, the young Baroque pursued a career as prosecutor.
Why did you get so serious all of a sudden?
And eventually became the Reaper we know today.
I don't like this look on you.
You're annoying. I had
What the
no idea
fuck?
Lord Von Zieks had such a tragic past. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Well, I'm afraid that's all I can say in the matter. Goodbye, for the time being. After all, I have work to do. I need to go stand there for an hour. As a waxwork exhibit. Fuck me.
I am afraid I shall have to excuse myself as well. I no longer want to be here.
Oh yes, of course. It's been a pleasure. Thanks.
Bye.
Everyone wants what I have.
Everyone wants to be a French witch baddie like myself.
Well, none of the predicted scenarios I've been analyzing involved you coming to visit me here. Who?
Who?
Oh, what?
Oh my god, what the
Okay.
frick?
It's been too long, it really has. I'm delighted to see you, Barack.
He's like, I've always fucking hated you.
It's been 10 years, and here we are, meeting in a prison of all places. I can't forgive myself for what happened to Mr. Osmond. I just can't.
Anyway, do you think you could slip me through the bars in this fucking cage so I could get out of here?
Well, I still can't believe it could happen.
Don't talk to me.
Tomorrow, the court will
We
decide.
ride.
Yes, it'll probably fucking die.
I also
I
just
have a
put
young
myself
Eastern
on
man.
that cage there. when I did
Actually,
that.
for my defense, he's reliable enough though, right?
I think I might have brain damage, I'm not gonna lie.
It was an accident, a terrible accident. He assures me he can prove it. I must warn you. Oh, I know. I've heard already. You're gonna be prosecuting. Fucking fuck.
Why are you so good at this guy's voice?
Yes.
Yes, please never speak to me again, you fuck!
Since I returned to England, I've heard lots of
Ew!
stories.
Yeah, make him British again. For some reason, he's a little more tolerable when he's British.
Barack, are you really? What? Never mind. I know that you have my best interest at heart. My friend is on trial. I wouldn't have trusted anybody else. Of course, I fully understand. Thank you, Barack.
Obama.
Until tomorrow, then. I'll see you in court. Oh my god, I really hope I don't get convicted. That would be quite a shame. Considering the fact that I'm fucking innocent. To be continued, though.
I really hope I don't get convicted. That would suck. That would really put a damper on my day.
That would be really unfortunate.
That would be really sucky. I really hope I'm not a criminal.
Back in the saddle.
23rd October, 8:52 a.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber.
I can't believe it's been 6 months since I was last allowed to work in the court. And now here I am, back at the Old Bailey. Mr. Naruhodo.
Yeah, someone needs to lock you up, SCP.
Good morning. Good morning, Professor Hairbrain. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. The atmospheric pressure in here is off the charts. I've never found anything like it, but it's crushing me. I feel it every time I'm here. That gravity.
Gravity.
Well, this is Britain's highest court. But are you telling me he's fitted with some kind of device that can actually control air pressure? I think it's probably all in the mind. Yes, well, you won't let me know, will you? If you did, that would be really bad. I'm counting on you in today's trial to save my life. To save the secret of my super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine from being made public. Yes, I understand. I know what I have to do. I have to establish that the explosion 2 days ago
I have
was
to
nothing more
practice Tsujiri.
than an unfortunate accident. Well, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, really. Justice will prevail. My commiserations, Mr. Naruhodo. You appear to have been lumbered with the most tiresome case here. Mr. Sholmes, I didn't expect to see you here. Oh, and you're here.
That was very mean, Runo, leaving me alone at home with Hurley. It took me at least an hour to wake him.
Is it... Are you... Sherlock Sholmes?
Yes.
Indeed. I'm he. Sherlock Sholmes! Please unclog your nose. Oh, I've heard all about your exploits in Wolf living in Germany. That was even worse.
Yes, Rancid magazine is on sale in Germany too.
Rancid magazine. This month's installment was sublime. Your introduction and the invention of Silver Blaze was wonderful. Oh yes, a memorable case indeed. It concerned a snake, I seem to recall. Pretty fucking dumb, to be honest. Rancid.
No, that was the speckled band.
Oh, the one that killed Ryunosuke's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming, asswipe. I do appreciate your support, though. I'm sorry to disappoint you, my dear fellow, but I'm afraid I can't stay. Then why did you show up? Oh. Well, I've your business at Madame Tospel's again. You mean your waxwork job? No, the waxwork abduction, of course. Madam has engaged my services. So you're trying to get to the bottom of that ransom note, are you? Yeah. The week's wages depend on it, as does the safe return of the waxwork, naturally. As such, I intend to give it my undivided attention. Oh, well, never mind then. I understand. Of course, with my skills of observation and reasoning, resolving the matter will be as easy as proverbial pie. I shall return forthwith. For until I solve the case, I shall have no money to afford a pie of any description. I will starve.
Then you must absolutely give it your full attention, Hurley.
Quite, Iris, quite. Life is riddled with irony, you know. Whenever I give something my full attention, I have quite an insatiable desire for pie. One of the universe's intractable mysteries, you might say.
What?
Oh yes, quite, definitely, absolutely. I totally understand. I want pie now. Is someone a little starstruck? I wish you the very best of luck, Professor Hairbrain. Why, thank you. Before I depart, Mr. Naruhodo, a word in your ear, if you please. What's this about? As you have remarkably little grounding in science, I feel I ought to inform you. As compelling as the super high voltage instantaneous kinesis hypothesis may be, a practical implementation, such as was attempted by the professor at the Great Exhibition, is quite impossible. But the professor said the demonstration was a success.
Whoa.
Yes, it would appear that he firmly believes it was. But the guy died.
I've read Professor Bunnybrain's paper about it too, Runo, and I have to say it was pretty shit. I could probably write better than that, and I'm 10 years old. I'm sure it can't be done. It could barely be done theoretically, let alone practically.
So he's completely barking up the wrong tree? How can an experiment that had no possibility of succeeding, in fact, succeed? That's contradictory.
You're contradictory.
And it's that contradiction that will be at the heart of the trial, I have no doubt. What's that supposed to mean? Now, I must hurry along. I wish you the best of luck, my dear fellow. Hope you don't starve before the case ends.
I will. See you later, Hurley.
Greedy fuck.
There he goes.
Well, it looks like you're on your own today, Runo. But chin up, you can do it.
Oh, what about you, Iris?
I'm fucking leaving. No, I'm afraid I can't help. I have something I need to do.
I see.
It's going to be a big surprise for you when you find out what it is.
That sounds ominous. Counsel for the defense and the defendant.
Did we
Order
like
should
turn
not
our
be in
heads so
session.
fast we got fucking like whiplash? Why did it wait?
Yeah, what the hell? Make your way into the courtroom at once. Don't make me ask again.
Especially you over there with the low iron.
We're on our way. Yeah, that's right, big boy. Get in there.
Ew. And then whoosh, he slaps his ass. Oh!
An experiment that the laws of science say can't possibly succeed. And a scientist who's convinced that it did. That's the riddle you have to unlock here, Ryunosuke. That's the key to this case. Yeah, good fucking luck in there, buddy. You're gonna need it. Thanks for the vote of confidence, asshole.
23rd October, 9:10 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom.
So we're gonna have no legal assistant this time.
Yeah, this is gonna be fucked. We're alone.
Alright, I'm excited to see who these shitty jurors are gonna be.
I want to see what juror replaces the other guy.
Yeah. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session.
And I hereby
Yes,
declare this court out of session, Judge.
No.
Oh,
We are
okay.
sitting today for the public trial of Professor Albert Harebrain. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready. I have my cape again.
My
The defense
blankie.
is ready, my lord. I'm 6 months out of practice. And what's more,
No.
bye. I'm without Susato-san today. And Iris.
Can't believe they just stole her.
Is it just my imagination, or does the air here feel more oppressive than usual? So, I must say I recollect the victim of this case all too well, Mr. Odie Asman. Mr. Asman was well known as a financier, though that was merely a front for his diverse criminal activities. It was only a month ago that the man appeared in court prosecuted by you, Lord Vonzies, but the jury unanimously found him not guilty. Because every member of the jury had been bribed by the sound of it. These powerful London criminals are prepared to go to extreme lengths to keep their freedom. But 2 days ago, on the 21st of October, Mr. Asman met his end. The work of the Reaper, was it?
Yes.
Yes. If that is how your lordship would describe divine retribution. But the fact remains that Mr. Asman's death was a direct result of the actions of the accused, Professor Harebrain. Very well then. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people. Let's see how random it is.
Yeah, how random is it?
Are the 6 of you ready to fulfill your societal duty? I'm most
That's a
I'm most
fucking
gratified
rock.
to be. I'm most
That's a
gratified
thwomp,
to have
bro.
been selected to carry out this important civic duty, my lord.
To have
She
a
looks
man's
like she's
fate
royal.
in the palm of one's hand. Oh God, so dolly it sends shivers down my spine.
She looks expensive as fuck. What the hell?
Science experiments, magic, conjuring tricks, courtroom trials, all are nothing more than performances. Ha ha ha. A experienced scholar that defies the reputation of science deserves to hang.
Is that a fucking child?
Why there's a fucking kid?
Why do you have corn?
We
I
have to
love
listen
corn.
to what's said on both sides of the defense and then settle on one. That's it, isn't it?
Oh, hey, it's the...
You're fucking dead. Oh my god.
What's it like
Oh
this
my
in
god!
day? What's it like this at all? I'm gonna fucking shoot
Why
someone.
do you have a gun?
That's...
This is the worst fucking juror lineup I've ever seen in my life. I want that other
Yeah.
fucker back.
The police killer on him will look like again. He's as exhausted as ever, it seems. He's not gonna be listening to shit. Now, as I'm sure you're all aware,
He's not gonna be listening to shit, and he has a loaded fucking weapon in
Yeah.
the courtroom.
the incident that we are here to judge today tragically took place at the Great Exhibition shortly after its opening. Though the death toll could have been far worse, with the exception of the victim, no one was killed. Nevertheless, the dream of science being exhibited rapidly turned into a nightmare for the spectators. A tragic turn of events, and as such, the eyes of all London, no, of the whole world will be on this trial. It's our duty to reach a swift and just conclusion, I feel. So, your opening statement, please, Lord Fonzies. At the heart of this incident is technology never before demonstrated anywhere in the world. One of science's latest developments, I take it. The government is keen to capitalize on the Great Exhibition to improve Britain's technological advantage. Technology being demonstrated by the accused was described as super high voltage instantaneous kinesis. Good lord.
Good lord, man.
It's designed to disassemble human subjects using extremely high voltage electricity and beam them instantly to another location where they are subsequently reassembled. Is such a thing even within the realms of possibility? Well, I don't believe it, that's for sure.
Disassembling people with electricity. My goodness, how shocking.
The whole idea is absurd. The hypothesis would never stand up to scrutiny.
I'm a child.
Sir, I believe you are a fellow of the Royal Society, are you not? An expert in your field? I am, and my word on the matter can be considered final. Instantaneous kinesis is poppycock.
Did you have to wear all your fucking awards to the courtroom?
Yeah, what the hell? So this expert and Mr. Sholmes are in agreement. It's impossible. What is the prosecution's view on the matter?
Bitch.
The prosecution would assert that the accused's instantaneous kinesis demonstration was a success. What? What rot? Order, order! The professor's hypothesis is currently under investigation by the British government. If it is deemed to have merit, a substantial research grant will be made available. The accused made use of the invention built on his new hypothesis to take Mr. Asman's life, in order to be the sole benefactor of the grant. But... This disastrous demonstration was no accident. It was carefully designed from the outset to end the life of the victim. That's fucking whack. Thank you, Lord Van Ziegs. The prosecution's stance is clear. But you will now bring forth witnesses to substantiate your claims. Gladly, my lord. Bitchin'. Bailiff, show the first witnesses to the stand. Witnesses?
They're probably a bunch of the... Oh.
Why is the defendant here?
Well, yeah,
Witnesses,
he
state
witnessed
your
it.
names.
He was fucking, like, the whole reason.
Yes. State your names and occupations for the court. Oh my god.
Why
Yes, sir.
am I here?
Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector of Scotland Yard's Homicide Division. I thought it was going to be Gina.
Me too.
I was on duty at the demonstration on the day in question and in charge of the following investigation. Albert Harebrain, scientist. Oh my god. You were born in England, but have been carrying out research in Germany in recent years, correct? Yes, that's right. After graduating from university here in Britain, I went to work in Germany and made an amazing discovery. Which is what brought me back. I had to demonstrate my incredible hypothesis at the Great Exhibition. What you demonstrated was incredible, alright? You fucking kill somebody. But the science was a success. The instantaneous kinesis worked. Everyone saw it. They must have done. Yes, there was a terrible accident, but who gives a shit? The demonstration of my hypothesis was a success, that's all that matters. Well, that much is undeniable, as shown as this photograph taken by the forensic investigation team. Look at this shit.
Damn.
This was taken inside the Crystal Tower, I take it. The centerpiece of the exhibition, no less. That's right, my lord. Seems the victim ran straight into it.
You know, for someone that got, like, flung into a fucking window and, like, all this shit, he didn't get very bloody.
Yeah. I see. Very well, submit the photograph as evidence.
Yeah, I guess we can take this, whatever.
As the courts heard, the victim of the incident was Mr. Odie Esmond. There's been a number of allegations made against the man, but putting them aside for the time being, he was the man who financed the research for the experiment and demonstrated the demonstration. I see. So to summarize the situation, the defendant is accused of taking the life of the man who funded his work. Would that be correct? Exactly. But couldn't it be that the explosion was caused by some malfunction in the apparatus used for the demonstration? That's right. That must be it. My splendid machine. My poor, splendid machine. You saw it yesterday, didn't you? We can't even examine the wreckage thanks to the frickin' Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. What? The wreckage? The wreckage? Well, that being the case, how can the facts be established? How can it possibly be determined whether this was an accident or a deliberate and malicious act? Extremely simply, my lord. I beg your pardon? Isn't that right, witness?
I don't know.
What? Sorry, me? No, your neighbor. Yes, sir. It was murder, plain and simple. Anyone could state that with complete certainty. How? How could you possibly think that?
That is a kind of crazy assumption. Just like flat
Yeah,
out,
what the
yeah, it was
hell?
fucking murder.
Thank you, Inspector. I think we'd better proceed with the formal testimony. You will explain to the court on what grounds you claim this experiment to have been a front for murder.
Murder?
Oh, I don't know why. I just think it was. A front for murder. The corpse that went crashing through the Crystal Tower had a broken neck. I made a minor miscalculation in the angle of the beam projection, that's all. It was my mistake. Caused it to break his neck. But the post-mortem examination revealed another injury, a fatal wound. There was a lesion in his chest where he'd clearly been stabbed by something sharp right in the heart. So the victim was killed before he went anywhere. And this fellow was the only one who could have done it. Okay.
Well,
Sure he wasn't impaled on something? An extraordinary business. In addition to suffering a broken neck, the victim was stabbed in the heart? Information I would really like to have heard from someone other than the judge. The coroner says death would have been all but instant if a wound like that. You could say, in fact, that the victim was killed twice by the accused. No, that couldn't be further from the truth. I have here the experiment plan document that was submitted to the security team. It says double homicide. Same guy.
same guy.
Here's the man. The victim stood himself inside something called the birdcage, ready to be beamed instantly. Yeah, he got beamed straight to fucking hell. Pretty funny. To the second level of the Crystal Tower, about 25 yards away. Saw how that worked out. The experiment did not go according to plan, however. Oh yeah, totally not. I mean, get a load of this. Look at that. As the machine was
I
put
feel like
into
this is how you would actually talk too. You'd be like, I love this fucking shit. It's clearly it wasn't
Yeah.
a success.
Yeah, given like all ridiculous commentary that nobody needs.
Yeah.
There was a large explosion. Yep, here's an arrow. The blast caused the beam transmitter to point higher than intended. Poof. Look at that. He went way in the air, and then he fell and broke his legs probably.
Look at that.
Really? The kinesis resulted in the birdcage materializing in mid-air. And then he broke his fucking face! From where it subsequently fell, crashing through the glass of the Crystal Tower's large round window. What a riot. My word. One assumes the victim's neck was broken upon impact with the tower then. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean for this to happen. The machine was just too powerful.
Yeah, sorry, it
But
doesn't cut it
honestly-
slick.
I swear, it was just an accident, a terrible accident. Unfortunately, that excuse can't save you. No, hell no it can't. Not considering the sharp murder weapon that pierced the victim's heart. Murder weapon? What are you saying? You know the thing used to kill people? You ever heard of one? This is the autopsy report submitted by the coroner. The prosecution would like it entered into the court record. Your request is granted, counsel. Neck was broken. Well, case closed. He's a murderer.
I was there in person, you know. I saw the whole ludicrous performance. And the only other person on the stage with Mr. Aspen was that disgraceful excuse for a fucking scientist.
Then really, by all accounts, it must have been him.
Hard to think otherwise, really. He's guilty.
Very well. Counsel for the defense. Proceed with the cross-examination, please. What does this autopsy say? Interesting.
Interesting.
Oh, yes, my lord. And it looks like we'll have to continue with the cross-examination in the next episode. Oh boy, these are heating up.
I know. This is very interesting.
Yeah. So, as always, if you'll enjoy and want to show some love and support for the series and the channel, you know what to do. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you all in the next episode.